Isaac! Sonny! You okay?
Yes, Grandpa, I'm fine. Just this old photo I fell. Not that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal. Do you know who this is?
Why should I?
Oh, Sonny, your parents have failed you. This here is Joshua Chamberlain. He is your great grandpa, 6 grades. Can you tell me what he did?
How am I supposed to know?
Don't you see his outfit, his army outfit, his badges on his chest? He was part of the Union Army. At one point, he was even the Brigadier General for the entire army.
Brigadier General?
Don't worry, it is not his rank that matters, but his actions.
Actions? What actions?
Here, come sit. Let me tell you the story. So Joshua Chamberlain. Oh, where to begin? Well, he taught himself Latin in order to go to college. He was a brilliant student, and later a brilliant professor. He was married to a woman named Fanny Adams. Fanny. Together, they had 2 children. But perhaps the most important thing was that he loved his country.
Who cares if you love this country?
Who cares? If it weren't for that love, the United States of America would not exist as it does today.
What's that supposed to mean?
You've heard of the Civil War, haven't you?
Sure, it's when the South tried to secede because they liked slaves. Then Abraham Lincoln did all this cool stuff to stop them. And then he got killed, so yeah.
Exactly. Well, Joshua was born in 1828, and by the start of the Civil War, he was 33 years of age. He jumped at the opportunity to serve his country. He spent several years learning from generals in the trade, even fought in the most important battles such as Antietam and Fredericksburg and Chancellorsville. After a couple years, Joshua was given the command of his own regiment.
Wow, he was pretty important back then.
Yes, he was. But perhaps the most important actions were done in the Battle of Gettysburg.
What did he do?
Well, first you need to know something about the Battle of Gettysburg. Before this battle, the South, led by Robert E. Lee, had been winning most of the war. After several successful defense battles, they decided to try and invade the North, known as the Gettysburg Campaign. Lee pushed his forces north, where they clashed with the Union forces in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The Union forces were unprepared for the battle, and after the first day of fighting, it was the Confederates that had the upper hand. On the second day, the Union had managed to construct a defense line. Now your grandfather, Joshua Chamberlain, was in charge of the 20th Maine Regiment, which was placed on the very far left of the line. His men had the task of fending off the 15th Regiment of Alabama, which outnumbered Chamberlain's men and was better equipped to fight. If the Confederate soldiers had gotten past Joshua, that would have been the end of the war so fast. The Confederates would have been able to flank the rest of the Union, and if the Union had fought a double-sided battle, they would have had no chance.
So if Joshua had lost that position, they would have lost the battle, and from there, probably the war?
Yes, Sonny, you are correct.
How did he keep that up?
Well, they had been fighting for almost 2 days, and Chamberlain's men were out of ammo and they were heavily wounded. Chamberlain realized that with his supplies and men running low, he had to do something remarkable. The Confederates were making a final charge up that hill that Chamberlain was defending. When Chamberlain ordered his men to charge right back at them and engage them with bayonets, they caught them so off guard that they were actually able to win.
Wow, so if Joshua hadn't made that last move, the Confederates probably would have won. And if the Confederates won, it would have been years later till slavery was abolished. And the Confederates would have been in control of the whole nation.
Yes, Sonny. Your great grandfather performed one of the most important single acts in American history. He was a hero. If there was a Hall of Fame for Americans, he would be in it.